Hello, everyone. I think we're about ready to get started for our 2026 Global Game Jam. Woo! Thanks for everybody's patience. I know there's a lot of work that goes into this, so we're very excited to get started. I am here today with the Columbus College of Art and Design, or CCAD. We are the Central Ohio Game Dev Group, or COGG, so ccad and COGG and all abbreviations everywhere. So we're very excited to announce our theme tonight, so stay tuned for that. We're going to front load this with a little bit of like what to expect today. And for those of you who are here in person, I know for those of you who are online as well, we thank you for participating in this. We know that for some of you, this is a new thing for you. So for some of you, doing this for many, many years. We're excited to get you all together and excited to kind of show in. Oh.
Say new people show hands.
Oh, yeah, that's right. New people in the audience, can you raise your hands and let's see who's new here?
Yay.
Wow, that's awesome. I have to take a look at the Ohio stats, but we are one of the larger groups this weekend. So if you're not familiar with what a game jam is, it's basically a game creation period of time where you get to collaborate with other people. You do not need game development experience. In fact, we encourage, if you don't, then to participate, because this is one of the low bars for you to be able to create a game really quickly without a lot of time and effort necessarily. And at the end of it, we'll upload your game to the Global Game Jam website and have a lot of fun sharing those on Sunday. So if you're here tonight, make sure you're here on Sunday at 6 p.m. We'll be sharing the games that we've created. And it's asking me to sign in. I don't know why. All right. Anyways, cool. So what we have tonight is I'm going to go through a couple different things. But before I kind of move through that, I wanted to introduce you to Zach, who is the head of the Game Art and Design program, and talk a little bit about his role and what he's been doing.
Hello, my name is Zach Weingartner. I'm an assistant professor in the Game Art and Design, and I will be here for help on site and also on Discord if you need stuff. I dabble in a little bit of everything, so if you have a question, I can probably help in some capacity. I'm really excited to co-host and for our students and members of COGG and people in the Columbus community come together and make games. I think that's it. I think that's all I've got.
Cool.
Woo!
All right. Just as another note, if you're looking for help tonight, obviously you can talk to Zach or I. We're happy to support you with whatever your needs are, whether it's in person or online. We'll be kind of checking that. I'm also here with Caleb. He's our AV guy, very big superhero in tonight and all throughout. There's also Tom online, who's going to be helping us with Jamio and helping us on site tomorrow and sometime this weekend. We have new for us, also Christopher Smith. I don't know where you are. If you're there, he is in purple. He's happy to help if you need help. He will probably be jamming as well. We have Tay. I think Tay's in here maybe somewhere. He had to step out. Okay, so they'll be helping out this weekend as well. And I'm trying to see, remember anybody else. There's a couple people. So Charlotte will be here. And then we have a couple of people who might be floating as well. So if you need help, say if you need supplemental help, I know Lauren was one of them. Chris might be one of them too if you need help supporting throughout. And if you want to be part of those too, it's just a resource that can kind of float from team to team. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what to expect this weekend. So in here, if you actually go to thecog.com/GGJ. Always tell folks this is the best way to kind of get all your information that you need. You'll scroll a little bit further down and you'll start to see some of these buttons. The event details, if you click that, that'll pop up this little document, which I'll go over here in a sec. If you need the schedule, which is just a way to kind of see what the schedule will be like this weekend, this is a great place to see the coordination of things. So we're starting here at 6. We'll end about 7 o'clock. We'll have the live theme reveal. And then after this, we're going to have team forming. You're more than welcome to, if you want to. You can come with a team already. You can have us help you make a team. And all we ask is that we will just talk to you and see if you kind of have a combination of creatives, designers, and technical. And so in that instance, what that means is that you'll kind of have a well-rounded group of folks, and we'll be here to help you. You do not need to have a specialty in those to be those. We can kind of help coordinate and support you in those roles. But definitely we want to kind of get people those rounded teams. And so kind of keep an eye on that. So we have those two links here. All of you probably had registered here with this button, so we don't have to worry about that. But if you do know somebody else who might want to register, just let me know. We have been adding them to our Global Game Jam site, which is actually this Upload Games button here. And what this will be important for is kind of seeing all the different jammers here on the right side. And then when it comes to Sunday, which you'll upload throughout the day, you can upload as many times as you want. And then around 5 o'clock, we'll have everybody kind of upload their last version of the build. And then at 6 o'clock on Sunday, we'll have a showcase of all the games. So this is where you'll go to showcase it. If you have any other questions, you can find more information here. A lot of this information, again, is just right here in this document. So don't feel like you got to read all of it, because I know it can be a lot to go through. And then we also have this sign waiver. This basically just says, please don't burn the building down. That's all it really says. So it's a way for us to kind of keep track of things. I've got a couple of folks who signed things and sent me through emails. Even throughout today, I've seen a couple of them come in. We have over here on the end table some physical copies. So if you want to sign those on this bamboo wood table, you can sign those sometime today, this weekend, doesn't matter. We also have is it Al, who is our video photographer this weekend. So they'll be walking around just taking some photos and whatnot. Obviously, if you don't want a photo, just say, hey, no, thank you, and we'd be happy not to include you. But that's a great way to kind of showcase all your hard work throughout the weekend and just kind of have a fun time, capturing this amazing moment. And then we have down here at the bottom, if you want to share with your friends and family, or if you just happen to be at home and you can't catch it here in person, we have our live streams down here. So if you're watching this, you already see this live stream YouTube button right here, and then the ending stream, ending ceremonies is going to be here. All right, so let's do a quick dive down this document, and I'm not going to go through everything, but basically what I want to do is just kind of give you information about how to contact us. So Zach's going to be your point of contact for CCAD. I'll be your point of contact for COGG. So you can find our information there. You can email us. For those of you who are in person, I will give you should have received an email with my phone number. So if you need to contact someone, you can do that. We will have, for our facilities, outside, we'll have the entrance over here by the big gate as your main entrance coming and going. So please use that. And then when you arrive, which you've probably already seen already, you'll have a map. So a lot of you probably parked here. This is kind of that door I was talking about, that door access with the big gate. So you feel free to park here. Across the street, O'Gay Street, you can park anywhere here. And a building over behind this 9th Design Square Apartments, you can park back here as well. So try to park back in these 4 areas throughout the weekend, and you'll be good to go. If you did not park there, you can move your car whenever, but that's just a way for our security to know who's coming and going, and just kind of helps us out. So no big deal if you didn't park there, just when you get a chance sometime tonight and this weekend to park at these 4 areas. Cool. So yada, yada, yada. Okay, let's talk about the facility. So if you're looking for Wi-Fi access, for those of us that are in the building, there is a whiteboard up front that has the Wi-Fi access. Charlotte was kind enough to be able to put these around the different facilities. So you should see access there. So if you need quick Wi-Fi access, you can do that. And then we have a bunch of different facilities that you can go to. So for those of you, I'll just kind of describe it for you because I know you guys are looking up front. Over here on my left, also your left, which actually that makes that easy, is a Cintiq lab. So the Cintiq is like a drawing display tablet. It's just like the one I have up here in front of me. And so if you have a laptop, you can connect to that, just like we did last year, and have a place to use that screen as a drawing screen. There's plenty of them in there, so if you need to use it, you can use that. I've seen a couple people use that as a place to jam with their team. You can actually have a couple of teams in there if you want to share. This lab in here is open if you guys want to use this one. All we ask is that the wooden tables here, that you keep them here. If you try to move them, they may not do very well, I've been told, so don't move those, but you're feel free to move any of these tables up here and any of the chairs and kind of arrange the room as you need to. We also have down here the big open space. So that big open space hall has a couple of tables and chairs. You can use that space if you like. And then past down the hallway, there's another room, a big open room with a bunch of tables and chairs. You can use that. And then back there, there's also a room with double doors. I think if those of you who were here last year, you may remember those. That room is open. And then there's also, I think, is it this lab in front of us is open? I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Partially.
Okay.
Not tomorrow, because we'll have the Saturday morning art classes.
Gotcha. Okay. So partly the one up here with some of the computers. Any of the computers here, because they're CCAD students able to log into those, they'll be used for students, so they can use that. So if you are kind of more student-based team, you can use those labs. But like I said, there's all kinds of different rooms you can go to. If you have a question about them, just let us know. But there's quite a few that you can form in there. Normally what I would say is if you're first starting a team, try not to do more than like 7 people if you can. I mean, if you do more, that's okay. That's just because the amount of time that you have to be able to build a team and coordinate different types of tasks, you're going to need to have enough time to be able to do that. If you have like 50 people, that may be hard to delegate tasks within the weekend. So, but you can do it solo if you need to. You can do it with, a group of folks, up to 3 if you want, 2. It's totally up to you. And what we're going to do after this is go in and basically we'll ask different groups, okay, are you part of a team in terms of the team forming process? And if you are, we'll ask you if you need additional resources. And then after that, if you are not part of a team, we'll divvy up people in the room here on different sides of the room on interest to what they are. So like I mentioned, you're either going to be a designer, a technical, or a creative. And a creative obviously you can be an artist, an animator, you can be a musician, creative writer, however you want to describe it. Designer is anybody who has no game development experience at all or just likes design. So designing a game, like the rules, the mechanics, the features of it. And technical, which is, a lot of people think of that as programming, but it can be a lot of different things as well. So when you are paired up into one of those different groups, we'll have you divvy up, and then we'll kind of help people get to different groups that they need to. And if you decide like, hey, I like this group, and you decide to stay, great. If you come away from it tonight and tomorrow and you said, hey, this isn't working very well, there's too many people or whatever, let us know. That's what our roles will be, is that we'll help you both in person and online to find a team. And you can always change, right? So that's totally fine. I will say, obviously, it is a weekend game jam, so you don't want to change like a dozen times, but we will be there to help you along that. So we'll do more of that after the show. Down here, you'll notice that there's information about food. So tonight we had tacos. We have a table out here that has a bunch of water and pop and snacks throughout the weekend. If we need to, we can fill up even more if we want. That's kind of like grab as you go. So if you just need like brain food, you can use that. If you're at home, obviously, please do eat, take breaks, do sleep. Make sure you do that. It's very important that you take breaks when you can, because it is quite a bit of time to work with. And then we also will have, I think, is it breakfast on Saturday, Sunday, if I remember right?
On Saturday, I think.
Okay.
On Sunday, too.
So we should have breakfast options this weekend, as well as, like I mentioned, the snacks there. And then Friday we'll have pizza for dinner for our ceremony kickoff. So look forward to that. If you need more, okay, yeah, both days for breakfast. Good. Yep. So Saturday, Sunday for breakfast, and then if you need lunch, right, and you need food additionally, We have all kinds of different places that you can eat. Down here, I think it's down here at the bottom. If it's not here, you definitely can go to the schedule. And then we got some resources down here. And you'll see map food. And then these are kind of just a demonstration of some local restaurants that you can go to. What I will say, because it is really cold outside, if you decide to go, we encourage you to try to drive there if you can, because it is like single digits. Obviously, if you do go out anywhere, make sure you go with a partner or a group. That's the safest way to go. Make sure that you're kind of going in groups so everybody knows where you're at. And yeah, there's just kind of look. I mean, one of the places we like to go to sometimes is Pierogi Mountain. That place is pretty fun within walking distance. There's all kinds of different locations you go to. So definitely check them out. All right. Down below here, there's also Global Game Jam resources. Now, we put some resources here. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. Now, I will say that when you're making a game, a lot of people may be making a digital game, but there's nothing saying you can't make a physical game. You can make a card game, a board game. We actually have prototyping materials that we're going to be laying out in the big open space out there. So you can use those. It's got things like dice and little figurines. And over here on our left is a drawer that you can get pencils and pens. Like I said, we'll have totes full of material. So we have tons of stuff. We're going to have dry erase boards. This big dry erase board is open for people to use. All of it's just kind of open to come as you need them, right? So it's first come, first serve. If you need a material, let us know. We'll do our best to kind of help support that, but we have quite a few things for you to use. And then here, Global Game Jam has a website right here that has tons of stuff. And you can go in here to Jammer resources. You can look here for all kinds of stuff, but what I usually like to tell folks is this Google Doc, Jammer resources, is a Google Doc that has all kinds of resources for you to look at. So if you're wondering what game engines are out there, public and otherwise, you can use that. 3D tools, there's tons and tons and tons of different things you can look through. So as you start to narrow down what you want to make based off the theme that we're going to announce, you can start to go through that and see if there's anything that might be helpful. And then if you have questions about these, that's where you can utilize your teammates. You can also utilize Zach, myself, Caleb. Like, we're here to help you. If you're like, hey, I've never made a game before, we can help to kind of get you jump started, right? I would definitely say less is more. Don't try to make the next MMORPG just because you think it's the coolest thing. I've seen it done before. It was very impressive, but they did not get very far in the game, if I'm being honest. But it was cool. You could definitely do that. I'm not saying you can't, but try to find something that you think you can do within a day and a half or so. So that's resources for there. This is the schedule. So that schedule I was talking about is right here. And a little bit of what to kind of expect. So again, we're starting here at 6. Afterwards, we'll do our teams. Then Saturday, we'll spend all of the day working on your games. So tonight, you can feel free to go in and brainstorm, get a whiteboard, think about what you want to do, get some of your channels working. If you want to coordinate stuff online, if you want to write it down on a piece of paper, don't feel like you have to start making your game tonight, though you're more than welcome to. But in terms of the schedule, just to kind of make sure this is clear on what everybody will be, able to work within the schedule this weekend. So we'll be here tonight till midnight. That's not to say you can't go home and actually continue to develop if you like, but we're going to be here till midnight so that, obviously security can kind of be able to coordinate, looking over our event and all that. So that's good to go. And then we'll be back here on Saturday at 7 a.m. Then we'll be here all day until midnight again. And then on Sunday, we'll be back at 7 a.m. And then you will have until about 5 o'clock to submit your games up to the Global Game Jam website. And then we'll collect those and we'll help to share them as we can. So talking about uploading, when you want to upload your game on Sunday, this is the link that you'll use. And it's just a really quick like I was talking about, you can do digital games or board games. You can just say if you want digital games. This will give you all you need to know. Essentially what you'll do is you'll download, let's see if they have this, because they changed this year. Okay. Basically what you'll do is you'll make one folder with these different folders inside of it. And then it'll kind of give you like a little walkthrough of that. And then you'll zip that up, take that zip file, and upload it to the website. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. We're going to be helping you guys out through this, so don't feel pressured to understand everything all together. But this is just kind of a little demonstration of that, and then they have a little version of it where you can see how to do the board game version. So if you're doing a board game, they say take photos and do a little write-up about it. All right. Oh, and here's the folder structure. This is like an older one. Yeah, so if you need to save that. And it disappeared, so I don't know where it went. But that's where you would download it. So we'll help you out with that. What I would definitely say about uploading is that you want to do it early. You can do it as often as you want. And what we encourage people to do, honestly, is Saturday night before you leave, just upload anything to your website. Have someone as your team leader to be the uploader of your team. All of you should have access. We've added everyone as a jammer to the Global Game Jam website. So you should be able to upload that yourself. So when you need to upload, you'll be able to go, and I don't know if this is the place to do it, but go to games. Yeah, so we'll go through that in a little bit. But
It's needed to log in to do it.
oh, that's right. Okay, I was like, I know it's in here. I'm not logged in, so you can't see it. I can't upload it. But when you do, you should have an upload button in there. And then once you upload it on Saturday, it'll make it a lot easier on Sunday to be able to just add what the details you need. Then you can add the descriptions. You can change things around. What's also kind of neat, every year they create something called Global Game Jam Diversifiers. This is like putting something hard, a lot harder, into the mix, which is basically doing some fun little additions to your game. So what you would do is you can go to this link down here, and this has all your diversifier themes, so you can do some stuff for accessibility. So hands off, the game is just played without the use of hands. So if you have that, that'll be a little checkbox when you upload your game. You can check to say I did that with this game. And what's cool is then you can, when you're looking at other games built all around the world, you can see other games that did the same thing. They have ones for art and audio and code and design. So take a look at these sometime during the weekend and see if any of them are applicable to what you want to do. They have sponsored diversifiers, which is kind of neat. So take a look at that. And then you have all our other different resources at the bottom here. So feel free to use some of those if you need to. We tell folks that if you're looking to share this on social media, did I put that in here? No, but it is up here at the top. You can use hashtag ccad jam26. We just change the number every year. So you can use that if you want to share that and have everybody linked in the social media. And then if you need a reminder about the map, it's on the last page. You can use that for there. So, cool. All right. The only other thing I wanted to mention, that's the waiver, is we got Jamio. So Jamio is our Discord game jam bot. So Tom is part of our COGG team. He's kind of the brainchild of this little bot. But basically, this is a bot in our COGG Discord, which is kind of like an instant messenger application. You can have it on your phone. You can have it, on a PC. And what it does is it creates your team a series of channels that you can collaborate on if you want to do that digitally. By no means do you need to use this, but it's definitely a great resource if you need a scratch pad and a place to add that to. And what it looks like is you basically, when you go to thecogg.com GGJ, you can join our Discord here, and that'll take you to this server. And then you can scroll towards the bottom till you see CCAD X COGG Ohio USA. And what you'll do is you'll go to registration, And then Jamio, this little fun little Jamio bot, will tell you exactly how to use it. But the idea is that you would go into this channel and you would type in the word register. So let me see if it, yep. So you got your commands here. And what it'll do is it'll walk you through the process of like, hey, do you want to make a team? Yes. You'll hit Y or yes, type in yes into the text channel. It'll make for you a team. And then you can say, okay, my team name is this. My color of the team is this. You can assign yourself what you need and kind of go through that. So you can do that anytime you want. It's just there to help you. And then the other thing I like to note is you can assign your role. So this is what I was talking about before. So this is what will assign your role for the jam so that we know who's doing what. And then you can say, hey, by clicking on either one of these emojis, whatever you want to call them, little icons. Computer is technical, little paint palette is creative, and little thought bubble is the management design one. So feel free to use that if you need to. Again, you don't have to use this, but especially I know some of you are online. This might be helpful for you. And then especially for those of you who are like going home and you want to connect online, this could be like a place for you to talk unless you guys are all obviously going home to the same place. And you can use this resource for that. Let us know if you have questions about that. Tom is going to be the coordinator for this. He's the one that kind of helped with this. We have GGJ public chat. If you have specific questions, you can ask here. There's a README that kind of gives you a bit of information. And then veterans are like, once you register later, we'll have you move through that. Okay, cool. I know I threw a lot out at you guys, and I know that can seem overwhelming, but just so you know, we're here to help you. So let us know if you have any questions throughout the event. We're happy to help. And also excited to be part of this international game creation event. So before I get started, and I want to show the theme video, does anybody have any questions, either online or in person, that I can help answer before we move into that last phase? I don't know if you see anybody on YouTube. No? Either I spellbound you or I totally confused you. Cool. All right. You guys ready for the theme? All right. Oh, come on. You're going to be tired, and I'm going to ask you for that, and you're going to be like, oh no. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and start this video.
Welcome to the 2026 Global Game Jam. We kick off the 17th edition of the Jam with a major milestone. This year, we'll surpass 500,000 lifetime GGJ participants, a community you're forever part of. That's more than 500,000 designers, developers, storytellers, artists, musicians, project managers, students, educators, board game creators, hobbyists, and more, from all ages and all experience levels, all around the world, coming together to create games around a common theme. Now, whether this is your first ever game jam or you're a longtime jammer, we're so excited you're here for GGJ 2026. We can't wait to see what you create.
Hi everyone, I'm Rich Hebblewhite, your Director of Programs and Events here at Global Game Jam, and I wanted to take a moment to thank absolutely everybody who's worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this year's big event happen. From our sponsors to the board, our staff, and of course our dedicated team of global regional organizers. And finally, I wanted to thank you, our amazing community of jammers and site organizers who, without your time, your passion, your dedication, Global Game Jam simply would not exist. Now remember, Game Jams are your opportunity to work with new people, test out new ideas, work with new technologies, and I can't wait to find out about all the amazing games that you guys come up with and hear about all your stories and your adventures. But until then, I wish all of you an amazing GGJ 2026.
Hi everyone, my name is Gerard DeJesus. I'm the president of the board at Global Game Jam, and this is Suki. I got my start years ago in this very organization. It helped propel my career forward, taught me a lot of valuable lessons in coding and techniques, and made me some wonderful friends that I still stay in touch with to this day. I hope all of you have a meaningful experience, make wonderful connections, and most importantly, have fun making wonderful projects. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Have a good one.
Hey everybody, it's Berkeley from Xsola. We're thrilled to be back here as the title sponsor of Global Game Jam 2026. We're very encouraged by the opportunity and what you guys are going to be creating here over the next couple of days, making things happen and building up for the future of games. We're thrilled to talk about the Diversifier this year of cross-platform games. Look at your game, mobile, PC, web, console. Imagine it living across all these different platforms and these different ecosystems around the world, and players can play their favorite game anytime, anywhere they want. Again, thank you for what you're doing. We're excited to see the results of all your labor over here at the Global Game Jam 2026. And as always, have some fun and enjoy the game.
Hi, I'm Andre. I lead a team at Epic focused at growing our developer ecosystem. Game development always starts the same way. Someone has a fantastic idea that they want to bring to life. Whether it's because something they saw outside, something they read, or a moment in their lives, something inspired them to bring a piece of gaming to life. That's exactly how game development works at Epic. Someone on our team has an idea, whether it's in our engine team, our platform team, or one of our game teams. They have an idea that, boom, we want to bring to life. And we try to transition from slides to software as fast as possible. Game jams are such a perfect environment to replicate this. The best part about game jams isn't just the technology or the tools, but it's also the community that's built around that, around sharing knowledge, around talking through technical blockers, working through challenges together. And that's the power of the game jam, the community that's built. Epic has always been about giving developers as much agency as possible. So whether you use Unreal Engine, Unreal Editor for Fortnite, or Epic Online Services, jump in and start building. Can't wait to see what you build out of this game jam.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marissa Hartz, G4C Learn's Director of Programs at Games for Change. I'm thrilled to welcome you to the 2026 Global Game Jam. Whether this is your first jam or your 10th, you are now part of a worldwide community of creators using games to spark innovation and change. What excites me most about these game jams is seeing creators like you bringing fresh perspectives to game design and play. Over the next 48 hours, you'll learn new skills, push through creative challenges, and hopefully make a few friends along the way. Remember, some of the most impactful games start as simple prototypes at game jams, just like this one. Sometimes the most unexpected solutions come from working within limits. We're excited to partner with Global Game Jam again to support the G4C Student Challenge. As part of the jam, creators up to the age of 25 will have the opportunity to tackle social challenges through games through this year's Student Challenge themes, using the Diversifiers, Outgrow Hunger, Own the Road, and All In for Nature, Reefs and Rainforests, that will challenge you not only technically and creatively, but also challenge you to come up with inventive solutions to improve the world around you. After the jam, submit your game to the G4C Student Challenge. This jam is about people like you coming together to creatively address real-world issues through game design. We can't wait to see what you create. Good luck and have fun.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2026 Global Game Jam. It's a great honor to be here with creators from all over the world. My name is Tony Xiong. I'm the Vice President of Global Developer Relations at IndieLight. We focus on Chinese premium game ecosystem, working to shift more industry resources towards diversity and innovation in game development. Currently, we operate 2 incubation programs in Shanghai and have been supporting over 140 teams in total, including Lost Soul Aside and Karma: The Dark World. Well, my first jam experience was BlackBerry 10 Jam Hack in 2012. Since then, I have witnessed the rise of Chinese indie game community, along with more and more game jams growing from all over China. Through these years, I have noticed one major challenge gamers face. We all know video game has enormous creative space that includes every traditional art form, but that freedom comes with a challenge. When you make a game, you're not choosing between 10 options, but hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of possibilities. And when the jam theme is announced, People easily go from this theme to a specific gameplay, a system, or setting. However, core gameplay is just a starting point in development because the same gameplay can convey a completely different experience. We can take Super Mario Bros. And Limbo as examples. When we treat gameplay as the goal of the jam, which means the starting point and the finish point are exactly the same, two obvious problems appear. One, it limits you to only doing this gameplay during the jam. Two, during development, you face massive possibilities but lose the standard of judging where to go. Here is a simple way to deal with it, starting by asking one question. What kind of experience do you want players to have? The sense of achievement from conquering the challenges, revealing a suspense in a tense moment? It can be any experience from your favorite game that deeply attracted you. Set that experience as the goal during the jam, and it will turn into the compass to lead you all the way. Then you can begin with anything came to your mind after the release of the theme. As you iterate, keep checking. Is the system helping to reach that experience? If it does, move on to the next. If not, go back and choose another option. Gradually, you will go from the gameplay as starting point to the experience as ultimate goal. It helps you avoid unnecessary detours and find a creative path which truly belongs to you. Please remember, the jam theme is not there to restrict you. If any part of your game connects to the theme through experience, rules, or system, then you are already aligned. Think of the theme like this. It's not a wall. It's not a rulebook. It's a lens. Look through it, and you might see possibilities you wouldn't have noticed before. I hope this jam helps you discovering your own path and to be the beginning of something bigger. Good luck and happy jamming.
So that is your 2026 theme this year is masks. So start thinking about what that might mean. It can be anything in terms of literally what a mask is in a game. You can talk about the super theological aspect of masks used in mechanics. It could be acronym MASK. It can be whatever you want. So it's all up to you. And I'll save you the last 5 minutes. It's just more of this. So there are no bloopers. Already checked. All right. So that is our kickoff. Woo! Thank you for your patience. I know that's a lot of information all at once, but like I said, we're here all weekend. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we'll sign off to everybody online. We'll keep you posted in our Discord. Again, if you're online, make sure that you go to thecog.com/GGJ, join our Discord, and then in there, you'll see, if you scroll down at the very bottom on the left, you'll see GGJ public chat. You can talk to us there, or you can start to register in the registration channel and start to go in there, and we'll help you out. Otherwise, we'll help everybody out in the room. We got a couple of us out here tonight to coordinate things, but otherwise, if you have anything else that you want for tacos, grab it before they're gone. Have more tacos, grab drinks. They're going to pack them up for you guys, but then after that, we'll have other things that for you to snack on. But yeah, thanks so much for helping out. We'll go ahead. I'll do an announcement in the front, and we'll talk more. But otherwise, thanks so much for coming out, and we'll talk more. So, woo!